Shabbat Shalom, Islam, Assalamu Alaikum, Shalom. Yeah, but y'all know me, I'm working. So, I'm going to start off with this. We're going to go all praises to the Most High. We're going to give thanks to the Great Spirit and the Father, our Heavenly Father. Understand that we were made. I don't know if you saw the video I did last night, but I said, okay, in Genesis 1:27, yeah, it says, we made them in our own image. We, them. So I type in, I say, okay, enough of the chase. Enough of the chase. Enough of the chase. So, give me a sec. Let me rock out for y'all for a minute. Just give me a sec. We're going to touch on some stuff. We really gonna go in. We're gonna spend some time, and I got about 2 hours to say. We're gonna really talk. All right, really talk. All right. Now, my name is Paris McGee Bey Jr. Right. My dad, Paris McGee Bey Sr. Okay. Now, you know, I don't really like getting into all that stuff, man. But I don't really like shooting my own horn, and I'm very humble. Very humble, man. Very, 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 very humble, man. Very humble. So I really try to not really go there for real. I give it up to my younger brothers. I love y'all for all the work y'all put in and y'all enthusiasm and things like that. But me, I'm that teacher where I'm not gonna be doing a whole bunch of playing with y'all. I let my youngins go off with that. When I come to the table, I'm coming to the table in all sincerity. And we can laugh and joke a little bit. For the most part, I am direct and head on with things. I'm trying to learn. I get different perspectives all the time. I get all kind of stuff thrown at me indirectly, the esoteric, I get it. But at the end of the day, here's the thing. Thanks to you guys' training, I will say that you guys have taught me to listen to no one. I take perspectives. But at the end of the day, it's my job, man. It's my job to sift through and find the things I gotta find because one, I also understand that there are two sides. No, really there's three sides, four sides probably. But you have the people that act like they mean well. They act like they mean, but they're actually behind the scenes working for Shaitan. They're actually working for Shaitan. And you got the other side, brothers, that people, not even gonna say brothers. Well, I'm starting to realize a lot of this don't have nothing to do with like race neither, because when that bag is presented to somebody, man, you never know, man, what brother's gonna do out here for that bag. Never know what they're gonna do for that bag, man. Yeah, man. People switch up for that bag, man. They switch up for that bag, man. That bag turn us into suckers for real. Sometimes I get it, because when your back is up against the wall, just survival traits. Sometimes when your wall is all the way back up against the wall. Yeah. So, I'm just saying, man, I really sit down and just, whatever. I carried the way I'm supposed to carry it. I'm an OG. I wouldn't say I'm an elder, but I'm coming down that road. Right now, I'm a chief. So, alright, so let me get to it, man. I'm not gonna let y'all take me there right now. So, what I did was I sat here and I said, you know what? Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Me, I'm into the ancient. I'm not into following ancient gods per se. I don't get into that. I don't get into that. I'm trying to understand the metaphysics of the whole situation. I need to make sure that my pineal gland is always substantial. I understand that these situations for real is nothing but us building self. These so these some of these situations, these duplications and these, phantoms, sometimes you have to really look into things yourself. So I feel like this. Things that are tangible, things that you can really put your hands on and touch. So, I'm just saying, man, if you really want to get down to things. So what I did was I typed and I said, what is the oldest ancient civilization that everything comes from? First thing pops up, number one, Sumerian. So that made me sit back and kind of go, okay. Now, I understand, I've done a little bit of research on the Sumerians, right? You know, see, when we understand this format that's been given to us, then we get a chance to explore self. And this whole thing is about, you know, because we living on hell right now. So we came in on hell time. So this thing that we're going through called the rebuild, just rebuilding, then at some time you have to put yourself back together again. Okay. Who was it? One of the pharaohs that got chopped up. Same thing. Can't remember if it was Osiris. I think it was Osiris. I could look it up, but one of the two. Yeah. Then the whole horse thing, retold. A lot of stuff being retold. A lot of stuff being retold. So, so I type in oldest civilization known to mankind. The term Sumer is today used to designate southern Mesopotamia. Uh, they say 3,000 years ago, a flourishing urban, a flourishing urban civilization existed. The Sumerian civilization was prominently agricultural and had community life. Seven, groundbreaking ancient civilizations that influence us today. Seven groundbreaking ancient civilizations that influence us today. Okay. The Mohenjo-Daro archaeological site in Pakistan, right, in Sindh province. This is work, brickwork. This is actual work that you can put your hands on, that they probably got hieroglyphs somewhere. Writings, tablets, something. So it says around 12,000 years ago, humans hunkered down, though they had previously traveled the planet to forage for food. Okay? What did I just say? Trying to survive. They look trying to eat, and people made the decision to devote themselves to agriculture and spent their days planting seeds, picking produce, and what's this? Amassing, amassing the world's first food surplus. So they created the first food surplus. Man, I keep hearing through the grapevine that this information is not true. The white man made it up. How can you make up, right? How can you make up this? Help me explain this. You can't make this up. Tell me how this happened. So I see things like this. No, nobody caught it. So I see things like this. And I've seen a lot of this of brickwork, hieroglyphs. I look at this stuff. You can look it up yourself. You'll see. So around 12,000 years, I said this already. Ultimately, the secretary provided by abundant food allowed portions of human population to concentrate, or converting small agrarian settlements into vibrant cities. Probably agricultural, like area, agricultural. Yeah, I see that. They could construct towering temples and palaces, and threw themselves into burgeoning endeavors of art, philosophy, and politics. Here are 7 ancient societies that have gained a reputation for their ingenuity and innovation. So we really taking our time. We ain't trying to be all fast, and let's take our time and see what we look. We got a little bit of that. Yeah, let's be doing real quick. So just fall back real quick, and let's just let's just see what's going on. The exact timelines for these civilizations are approximate and subject to academic debate. Okay, so I guess it's years, yeah, because we already know the dates are off. Alright, so it says ancient Sumer, an area in Mesopotamia. So is Mesopotamia real? Or is Mesopotamia, well, we can't really say it's from somewhere else because the brickwork is some in Mesopotamia, I guess, above the shared floodplains of the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers, right, is famous for fostering the first civilizations in human history around 10,000 BC. I heard it's later than that. If you know the esoteric, you know that we've been around for a long time, for millions of years, man. All right. So it says this is what they wrote, and it's also evidence. Mesopotamians' fertile crescent allowed ancient populations to settle and support themselves with farming. By about 45, well, the dates ain't right. These communities, who we currently are Sumerians, could cultivate crops and such. And like I said, this ain't no pre-check, none of that. Yeah, this is what it's saying. Such access that they could forge the world's first cities without feeling peckish. So it says Sumerian cities such as Eridu, Uruk, and Ur. Now, I know I hear a whole lot of people saying, man, this ain't real. The white man made this up. So how do you account for these buildings? The buildings ain't real. The statues ain't real. They made the statues up too. It's possible. And carbon dating. So, I don't know, man. Let me see, like, yeah, so I'm just saying. We're gonna go by what we see, all right, just for a minute, and then somebody feels certain time kind of way, just let me know. You know, I'll figure it out esoterically. I know somebody gonna throw something. No, some smart ass gonna say something. So Iridu, Europe, and Ur. Now we know about Ur. I mean, we know about Ur, right? You know, well, who was talking about Ur? I don't know how substantial it is without, man, because he got unfinished issues that he got to deal with. And and you know, I don't really have no issues with Shorty for real because you know we throw our little jabs every once in a while, but we ain't really, you know, I mean, whatever, man. Y'all know I don't vibrate like that. I'm different. So all I'm saying is Shorty did a whole series on this, on Ore. So you take it how you want to take it. Is it substantial? Their writings. Are the writings real? Are any writings real? Are any writings real? Alright, so Ore contained tall temple and palace complexes. The ancient Sumerians are also credited with creating the written word. Did what? They created the written word. As many as 5,000, we don't know, years ago. I mean, I'm gonna say 50,000 years ago, when it really started. This situation, yeah, whatever. They scratched clay tablets. They scratched clay tablets with a writing system called cuneiform. So cuneiform is older than hieroglyphs, coding cuneiform, one of the oldest forms of writing. So how old is? So they're saying oldest inventing around 35. So they're saying 35 BC, 3500 BC. The Sumerians were used to. Okay. So let's go starting. Uh, 3100, 35. So who telling the truth? Both of them saying 3000 BC, 3500 BC. So who telling the truth? Man, I want to see the Egyptians, man. So y'all already know what hieroglyphs are, right? First writing supposedly. Then you got the Sumerians saying the same thing. So who first? I'll take a question. I'll take an answer on that. I want to know how everybody's perspective. This is there. This is supposed to be same thing. Well, not the same thing, but you know, same years when it's supposed to originated. Like, all right, now let's keep it moving. All right, uniform. Okay. This system allows them to track the movement of grain throughout their territory, share stories and myths, and spread advice on agriculture and cooking, among other purposes. These innovations secured Mesopotamia's modern tale, the cradle of civilization. Okay, so what's going on? The Sumerians also pioneered mathematics, astronomy, and astrology, inventing irrigation, starting the first schools, codified the first code of laws, and fashioned our current conceptions of time by dividing the day into hours, minutes, seconds. I don't think I heard the Egyptians saying they made up time. Man, the 42 laws on my eye. You know about that, right? So what are these laws? I already know. I'm gonna see if y'all know. I think it's the it's called the Hammurabi's Code of Laws. I think it's going to be Hammurabi's Code of Numa, or Numa got something to you, and then you got rock. So when you start to see rock, oh, it is Hammurabi. Yeah, see, Code of Hammurabi. Yeah, the Code of Ore, right? This book. Now I was giving different numbers here. That's how I know the chronology is off. It's the oldest extant law, code of the word. It was written by the Sumerian king or Namu. I thought they said 3,000. Then they said 2,000. All right, or his son, Shorgi of Or, centuries before the famous Code of Hammurabi was inscribed by a Babylonian king, Hammurabi. See, this Hammurabi wrote this. Now, how do you dispute brick? So, what is this? Let's read a little bit of this real quick. Let's say that. So, the rise of Or Namu. Mesopotamia was ruled by Akkadian Empire, established by Sargon of Akkad until 2083. We know the dates when I'm going to win. A combination of climate change, bringing drought and famine, and an invasion of West Asian Gudians toppled the Sargonid dynasty. The Gudians I'm tripping like these names, and my brother keep messing with me. So, from the area of modern day Iran, is that Iran? I don't know. It might be. All from all over the world, man. Especially from that middle passage, man. We don't know, man. This is what real history saying. We know about Or already. Then you got the moment. We'll just read a little bit. The moment arrived during the reign of Utu Higal of Uruk. You know our dates ain't right. I'm gonna keep saying it. Who led a revolt against the Gutians, refused to negotiate with them, and defeated them in the least one battle. They defeated them in at least one major battle. After the victory, he drowned, according to one account, while supervising the construction of a dam. He was supervising the war with the Gutians, as well as the authority of kingship, then passed to the city of Or and its governor. Okay, we don't even know all that shit. And it's heavy too. History grows your mind. Love it. So let's go up a little bit. So what's up with Or? So it's that Or Namu established the third dynasty of Or in Sumer, also referenced as the Or Third Period and the Sumerian Renaissance. So let me find out. This Sumerian Renaissance is a little bit like the Renaissance era that we know of. No, the Renaissance era. Yeah. Let me find all that came from Sumerian. So, yeah. Code of Hammurabi, which would influence the laws of other civilizations, notably the creation of the Mosaic Law of the Bible. So let's read it, man. Let's see what's going on. Let's read a little more of this. Let's read this. So it says, although the code of Ornamu is incomplete, enough of it was preserved to allow scholars to understand the king's version of the law and order in his lands, presenting himself as a father of his people, or Namu, encouraged his subject to think of themselves as one family and of his laws as the rules of home punishments, except for capital offenses, took the form of fines. Wait, let me get except the fines in the same way a child might be deprived of a favorite pastime or toy for misbehaving. Hmm. 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 Man, what is going on? So I just don't understand why nobody talking about this stuff. Well, like really, it's where we at. All right. No, I don't even want to go there yet. It's too much other stuff I gotta show y'all first. Mm-mm. All right. Hold on 1 sec. So man, look, all right, so let's go. We was talking about the Hammurabi, right? Okay. So Indus Valley Civilization, right? So they said the same thing. So wait a minute, what is that? Around 7000 BC, agriculturalists began building small village through the Indus Valley on the river. Hmm. Hmm. In present day India and Pakistan, right? The settlements grew particularly bustling, although the Sumerians invited sites. The people of the Indus Valley perfected them, right? The settlement of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, for instance, housed approximately 40,000 to 50,000 individuals and featured baked brick buildings, sophisticated sewer and water supply systems, kept these cities clean, and their spacious streets formed a strict grid structure, suggesting these sites were meticulously planned. Okay, so now we got ancient Egypt. Right, we talking about the seven what? Groundbreaking ancient civilizations influence today. Man, you know I got hijack city. Alright, where we at? What number we on? 3. So, ancient Egypt. Settlers arrived at the banks of the Nile and found an asylum from the scorching sands. They tilted the soil and built villages. And around 3100 BC, these settlers became bustling metropolises. So, do you guys really understand what's going on right now? A lot of you guys don't. Like, I don't know. I see what's going on, man. Okay, ruled by pharaohs who acted as statesmen, declaring laws, demanding taxes, waging war, and overseeing their territory, and divine intermediaries between the people and their deities. Everybody don't see that this is a special group of people that's bringing technology. Everybody don't see that. So, wait a minute. Yeah, I read this already. Yeah, okay. It's a lot going on. I'm trip y'all up. So let's go. The Egyptians thrived. I gotta get a cup of water. My mouth is dry. The Egyptians thrived for thousands of years under the pharaohs and found fame for their advanced in several fields of knowledge. For instance, they possessed a vast awareness of what became arithmetic, astronomy, and anatomy, and were credited with inventing medical surgery thanks to their skills in stitching wounds and setting broken bones. It's actually theorized that their mummifications practiced influenced their medical talents. I don't feel like going downstairs to get a cup. Drinking out the sink faucet. All right, so where we at? Okay. Uh, the ancient Egyptians were also prolific writers. They independently invented a system of hieroglyphics featuring hundreds, if not thousands, of alphabetic syllabic, and logographic, meaning pictures, like, logographic, like graffiti. All us 70 babies, we know what graffiti was like in the 80s. Characters that they inscribed in stone. This early civilization also pioneered several derivative scripts that were written across the papyrus. Papyrus, right? You know what papyrus is, right? Right. All right. A tough material made from pith of plants found throughout the plain lands, right? So now you know what papyrus is. Above all, the people of ancient Egypt proved to be very skilled builders. Their temples and tombs were considered among the greatest constructions ever executed. Ever executed. In their monuments such as Great Sphinx and the Pyramid of Giza, still behind us, right, of their early ingenuities. Man. So let's go. Ancient and early imperial China. Now we know about the dates. I can go to 2070, that's my birthday. Shit. The Yellow River Valley of China fostered one of the world's oldest civilizations. The first farming settlements appeared there around 5000 BC. And from these oldest foundations grew a centralized government, starting with the Shia, 2070, 1600 BC. Several successive dynasties dominating Chinese civilization. We're going to read this and we're going to really get this in, because there's a lot of fussing and fighting going on right now. These kingdoms supposedly sustained themselves by divine decree, an idea that developed into the mandate of heaven. This political philosophy encouraged rulers to act as stewards of their people and warned against bad behavior. Smart. You have to have us. I ain't even get out the first page yet. This might be a long presentation. Because now I'm looking up stuff I ain't even plan on looking up. Alright, so hey, we know these pictures ain't right when you start saying this. We know these were melanated people, right? Right. So let's get it the quick way, real quick. So it says, the mandate of heaven is a Chinese political philosophy that was used in ancient and imperial China to justify the rule of the king or emperor of China. According to this doctrine, heaven, which embodies the natural order and will of the universe, bestows the mandate on just ruler of China. Yeah, we just gonna go by, yeah. Let's look at some of the imagery. Emperor of China, Shang Dynasty. Down there with the Nagas. Nagas. Tian. I like this. I haven't figured out how to blow out stuff yet. I haven't figured out how to blow out stuff yet. Yeah, I'm gonna go this way. I don't think I can go that way. No, not even that way neither. I'm still learning this computer stuff, y'all. Work with it. I don't get it why I won't. It's done it. Listen, man, I got stuff to do. Alright, so hold up. Oh, yeah. Over here. Read this already. Alright. No, I'm not gonna read all that. So ancient Mayan civilization, right? And you got around 7,000 BC, Mesopotamian community started cultivating maize and beans and developing permanent dwellings concentrated in what is now southeastern Mexico, Guatemala, and Belize, as well as sections of Honduras and El Salvador. You know what I mean? Starting around 1000 BC. These villages are replaced by the ancient cities of the Mayan civilization, right? Which spread around massive administrative and ceremonial complexes that seem to touch the stars. That seem to touch the stars. Alright, remember this. That seem to touch the stars. Maya. And you got ancient Greece. But why are they saying these are the same time? Okay, 100 years. You got ancient Rome, right? 750, right? Though Rome began as a modest village along the banks of the Tiber on the Italian peninsula around 750 BC, it expanded into one of history's largest empires, spanning massive swaths of the modern and beyond. Did y'all see that? Swaths, massive swaths, spanning massive swaths of the Mediterranean and beyond. Sumer was melanated. I got pictures of Nimrod, looking brown. Old pictures. I'm gonna try to find them. As they extended their authority, the Romans often appropriated the ideas and inventions of those they encountered. For instance, they absorbed the divinities and rituals of the Greeks, Egyptians, and several other societies to supplement their own pantheon. So pretty much what they did was they snatched everybody else shit. They also collected the systemized knowledge from throughout the Mediterranean world and wrote the earliest surviving encyclopedia. In fact, Pliny and the elders, naturalist Historia, claim to compile 20,000 facts from various cultures and cover all ancient knowledge about natural history, art, and architecture. That's 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So who was first? Sumeria would look like. Then Egypt came 2,000 years later. Sumeria was, and then Egypt came. No, it was a year. It was. I'm sorry. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Yeah, 1,000 years earlier. So what we going by? So I just wanted to make that point, man. Let me see what's on here. So I started doing a little bit of homework, right? I wanted to know about astrology. I'm sorry, astrology. So just pulled up some things. Just let me go in real quick, even though it's not gonna be quick. So by Roger Beck, A Brief History of Ancient Astrology. Table of contents. Alright, now my question is off the muscle. Off the muscle about this one. Introduction. What was astrology in ancient Greece and Rome? Do I have to go back to that 7? Please don't make me have to go back to the 7. So why do we care what Greece and Rome think? Is that the oldest? I would think not. So that okay. Okay, wait a minute, let me see something. Alright, let me try something. No, let me try something. No. Just this. Let me try something. Let me try something real quick. Trying to think how I want to say this. I'm sorry. So this is the oldest, correct? Ancient Sumerian astrology. The Babylonians and their predecessors, the Sumerians, also believed in a polarity of the heavens and earths. This idea dates back to Sumerian incantations of the second millennium, which refers to there being 7 heavens and 7 earths, linked possibly chronologically to the creation by 7 generations of gods. KJV, huh? Where you want to go? KJV. Genesis, verse 1, chapter 26 and 27. 26. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness. After our likeness. And let them have dominion over the fish and the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female. Created he them. So let me finish, man. Samaria, man. So I don't know what's going on, man. I'm just trying to get an understanding, man. You know, like a real understanding. Maybe we got told a whole bunch of fucking lies. Maybe shit ain't really go down the way it really said it went down in all these books and all this shit. Because that's the thing. If you vibrating, if you on the right level, if you vibrating correctly, all I see is growth. All I see is my people, our circle, on our metaphysical, um, cosmic, high vibrational divine powers. And man, we just vibrating like that off of just creation and life. And I would like to see us really, man, live good. But I tell you one thing, the next generation will. I'm leaving the work for them. Question everything, especially when it's being given to you. So let's check out what the Sumerians is talking about. Astronomy and calendars. Stand by for more presentations on astronomy and astrology. That's where I'm going. Shouts to Brother Panic. Help. Today he said something and I was like, it clicked. 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 So, let's go. It says, the Sumerians were among. Now I know, I'll pull up some pictures. Because, hold on, let me go to them. I'm going to see if I can find them. See if I can find them. I've seen them. Okay, this is right here. No, not these. No, no. I saw some. Wait, hold on. I know what I typed in. Hold on. I could have sworn I seen it on. Let me see if I can find a picture, man. No, I'm talking about a real, like one of the real pictures. Come on, man, get off of there. I'm mad. I want to find those pictures. I forgot where I found them. No, I saw the pictures, man. They gonna make you dig for them motherfuckers. No, so, better picture. Okay. I mean, the wrecker. Most High sent him in to clean house. I thought that was it. It's a picture like this one though, but it's darker, browner. Bro, it's brown. Yeah. Look at this one, yeah. What he got in the front of his chest? What he got in the front of his chest? Oh man, let me see something. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Let me see something. See, people don't know. I could pull up the passage where the Most High sent him, told him to go to work because I said, stop playing with me. This is what the Most High said. He sent him through. Do I condone it? It's the Most High, man. I'm saying beef with him, man. Where's he supposed to say? I'm staying out of that. It could be something that's just like I said. It could be, I don't know. It could be a story that really just propaganda, man. Just to keep us fighting, keep us at each other's throats. As long as you keep us at each other's throats, man, we can't grow. And that's what I see. So y'all got to get a point of this. Okay, thank you. So the Sumerians were among the first astronomers mapping the star into sets of constellations, many of which survived in the zodiac and were also recognized by the, why do you always say by the, it was also recognized by the ancient Greek. So what, yo? They way down the line. Ancient Egypt, why don't you say, and also recognized by ancient Egypt. Others got slide them in. The Greeks, we already know. We had some melanated people in Europe, but the Greeks, they were the Caucasoids. They were also aware of the 5 planets that were visible to the naked eye. So, now if we do that, man, that chops into a whole nother situation now, man. So now it's like flat earth. That's why we know that esoteric, man. I'm gonna leave. I can't. Listen. Some things you gotta search out on your own. All right. So the Sumerian chart, 3300 BC, supposed to be the oldest information on this astrology topic. In the 6th century, the scribes of Enuma, Anu, Enlil were a group of men at Babylon, court who were experts in astronomy and astrology. Text refers to this group of scribes, but we do not know exactly who they are. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's when they don't want you to know. They know. That's when they don't want you to know. They know. Like, y'all made it a point to say, but we don't know who they are. Y'all know who they are. Okay? what they did and how they were trained. However, for hundreds of years, the scribes kept accurate records of natural events on the earth and in the sky in order to predict the future. So what they do again? Let's read again. Text refers to the group of scribes, but we do not know exactly who they are. What they did know and how they were trained, but okay, I see. What they did know was how they was trained. However, for hundreds of years, the scribes kept accurate records of natural events on the earth and the sky in order to predict the future. Sumerians, see, you got rock work. See, that's, one of the things that get me about this whole situation, man, is the rock work. When you got the rock work, now what? So the rock work is made up too, huh? So let me finish. Okay, it says Sumerian astronomy was primitive compared to later Babylonian standards. What? Babylonian clay tablets that have survived since the dawn of civilization. Record the earliest total solar eclipse seen in Ugarit, May the 3rd, 1375 BC. Record earliest solar eclipse. Lunar eclipse. Now you have to read this to me. For me. I'm reading this on a metaphysical level. Different angles. It ain't always about going out of space. Sometimes it's actually within. So, what is this? The penumbra. The penumbra, the umbra, orbit of the Earth. What is this? Orbit of the moon, sun. Okay. The penumbra. The penumbra. The penumbra. Okay. This is what the eclipse looks like. The lunar eclipse. I can go on, man. Listen, we're not doing this. You got where I'm going. I'm gonna get into this with you guys. Okay. A solar eclipse. So once I get my PowerPoint in order, I'll be so working and stuff. I'll be being throw that up like that. I do a lot of live presentations, man. I'm sorry. I just be so busy, family. I apologize, but I'm gonna get the visuals tight and all that. I apologize. I'll just be doing so much other stuff, man. Family, and at the end of the day, that's what we forget. Most important thing is that we love YouTube and all that. Understand that you got people that you're responsible for. They come first. The people that you're responsible for come first. YouTube come after that shit. So it says a solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes in front of the sun and obscures it totally or partially. This configuration can only exist at new moon when sun, moon, and earth are on a single line with the moon in the middle. There are 4 types of solar eclipse. A solar eclipse occurs when the sun is only partially overlapped by the moon. A total solar eclipse occurs when the moon completely obscures the sun. This happens when the moon is near perigee and its angular diameter as seen from Earth. Hey babe, what's up? Excuse me, family. My wife just came in. Y'all gotta give me 5.
You gotta go downstairs. So I'm about to go. Start talking to my Lord.
Alright, what was that? Second one, a total solar eclipse is the only opportunity to observe the sun's corona without specialized equipment. The sun's corona. Yeah. So one thing about me is I've learned that I got this. I didn't know it. When I read NASA's daily uh, journals, I read them differently than other people read them. And I noticed that I was doing that and not even noticing before I understood metaphysics and I understood the Kabbalah, before I understood the Zohar. You know what I'm saying? So, what else? Oh man, what's the other book? I forgot the other book. I'm sorry, y'all. I've read so much. Wait a minute. So, let me go. Okay, so it says an annual ring-formed eclipse around the moon's center passes in front of sun's center while the moon is near apogee. The moon's angular diameter is then smaller than the sun, so that a ring of the sun can still be seen around the moon. This is similar to a penumbra eclipse. The 4th one is a hybrid eclipse. Occurs when the convolution of Earth's surface causes a singular solar eclipse to be observed as annular from some location but total from other locations. A total eclipse is seen from places on Earth's surface that lie around the path of the eclipse and are physically closer to the moon, and so interest the moon's umbra. Other locations further from the moon fall in the umbra's antumbra, and the eclipse is annular. So I'm gonna get back. I'm not just not. Just give me a minute. I'm making a point. Just making a point. So let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Cause me, I be going and going and going. So the point I'm making is, it's sounding to me like Sumerian. Okay, sounds to me that Sumerian astrology is where I'm going. If you guys want to, ride with me. So did I read this? Sumerian astronomy. I read that already. Primitive part. I read that already. Zodiac. Astronomers recognized and cataloged the brightest stars, outlined a rudimentary set of zodiacal constellations, and noted the movements of 5 visible planets: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, right? As well as the sun and moon amongst the stars of the zodiac. Sumerians also developed a rudimentary system of astrological divination for use in foreseeing the future of city-states and battles, but not for predicting personal futures. Listen, man, we listen. Don't make no comment. Listen. We know we got our flat earthers and we understand it. So this is just me just trying to learn it, man. Don't you can make your. I hope some people do, have something to say. So I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? I don't really know what I know what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do. So I don't really give a shit what nobody think any damn way. So I'm just learning, man. Learning. All right, I know we got our flat. I know a flat earther looked at this and went crazy. What is he talking about? Moons and stars and planets. When you learn about these poles, you'll chill. There's books out there. Sumerians also developed this rudimentary system of astrological divination for use of foreseeing the future of city-states and battles, but not for predicting personal futures, right? Read that. Make sure you got that one. The month began at sunset with the first visible thinnest crescent of the new moon, which is visible about 18 hours after conjunction or about 36 hours after the disappearance of the old moon's thinnest crust. Under certain circumstances, this can be as short as 22 to 24 hours after disappearance of the old moon, with a clear western horizon. The lunar calendar. So they're doing calendars too. The lunar calendar was synchronized with the solar year, the seasons, by intercalation of a leap month every few years. Well, you know what that is, leap year, right? So the Sumerians of Babylon were probably the first people to make a calendar. Y'all know where I'm going. Look, hold on for 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Alright, fam, I got something I gotta do. Family stuff. I'll tap back in y'all part. This is part one of my exploration through astronomy, astrology, and for what I understand, the Sumerians have the oldest situation. I'm not saying it's the best. I don't want to hear y'all shit. All I'm saying is I like to do the most ancient of everything. You know, ancient Sumerian, Egyptian, you know, and don't forget our Asian part. What was it? Let me see. Hold up. Let me see if I can find. Go back to where it was. But I got a bunch of stuff here. I just gotta go take care of something. The Moors. Look, the Moors. I got a whole book here. I'm gonna show y'all. The Journal of the Moorish Paradigm. And then look what you get when the book starts to open up. Come on, hijack, man. It's just so I. Come on, man. Hijack City. Hijack City, man. As soon as I open the book up, boom, who pops up in the book? Who's that? Get your mind right. Part one. Love y'all. Peace.